At almost 10 years old, is the RCF Evox 12 still a relevant speaker? Do we need to take it out to pasture, put it out of its misery, Pa? Well, I'm going to answer that question and more, and I'm going to make a bold statement at the end of the video. Stick around, we're going to find out. At this point, there's lots of videos telling you the specs of the RCF Evox 12. Just in case, I'll do a quick overview. We have ourselves a 1400 watt column array portable speaker, 8 4-inch speakers inside the top that swivels back and forth for convenience. It is complemented by a 15-inch subwoofer encased in wood, baby. Best part about the subwoofer, 50 pounds. Compared to the Maui 44 G2 with that 80-pound sub, this thing is light as a cookie. It's very easy to set up. All you gotta do is screw in the pull, place the top on the pull, and plug in the included cable between the speaker and the sub. IEC power in the back, flip the switch, and just like a 50, it's turned on and ready to go. I can't believe they let me say that. XLR input and output on the back, along with the gain knob for volume. I started out at 1, and then towards the end of the night, I ended up at about 2 o'clock. Bass boost button for an extra oomph. Push that in. Now, it does say in the manual that you should only push that in during low volumes, which kind of makes no sense to me. Why would you want extra bass when the volume is low, which is typically for like background music? It's where you get the most complaints. All the old people like, when you turn it down, I don't want to hear the bass, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not sure why they have it set that way. I feel like the bass boost should be like when you're really thumping and you need that extra, push over the cliff to get to 11. I know there's lots of you out there with the Evox 12 and you say you do use that with that at full volume. I think that perhaps you will clip quicker. For extra portability, they have included wheels on the back of the sub and a nice little handle that pops in and out. It's a nice touch. It was really handy once I got into the venue, moving it around. And it was perfect for loading in and out. Now, when you get to a larger column array, especially when you get to the 15-inch sub, the main thing for me was, can I fit this in my car? I'm not going to be a trailer guy. I'll kill somebody. Does it fit in the car? Let's take a look. All right, in the back of the trunk, all the seats are down. I'll walk you through what I've got here. These are the new JMAZ lights. I'm going to test those out tonight as well. In here is a duffel bag. It's got my laptop stand, fan, power, some backup cables I would need right away. Over here, this is the stand that I always bring for the officiant. I set that up. It fits in this nice little bag. They could put their notes on it. That way they can use the handheld with no problems. This right here, this is for the cart. And what I use this for is I put the tripod in there, and I put this in there, and anything else I can slide in there. Right underneath there is my new cable bag. This goes on the cart as well. It's got my mic, antennas, cables, headphones, spare cables, mints, all that good stuff. Yoink! Over here, this is the gravity cart that I use. I absolutely love this thing. It's a total beast. It gets the job done. Right over here, this is the photo booth. This is the Danny Max photo booth. It's completely battery powered. I'll do a separate video on that. Tripod up there. Right over here, as we move to the back, this is my 4-panel facade. I use this to cover up my bags if the venue doesn't have any place for me to store them, and I know this place doesn't. Underneath is the bottom and then the middle piece for my DJ furniture. And then right over there, that top piece right there, that is the DJ top. And then right underneath are both RCF subs right there. As you see, they fit in my car. Again, Nissan Pathfinder. Let's go over here. Over on this side, I got the Rev 5 tucked in right there. And then underneath right here, these are the two tops of the RCF 12s. Yeah, take a look. So the subs I have kind of stuffed all the way up to the passenger seat, back-to-back wheels this way. This one will just come out right out, and that one will go down that way, and I can get that out. And as you can see here, they got built-in wheels, which is really, really nice. I have been wanting to hear these speakers in person for a long time, and even more so, take them out to a gig. So a big shout out to Sweetwater for sending these and making this video possible. If at the end of the video you are convinced this is the PA for me, go ahead and use the link in the description. It'll send you right to Sweetwater. They ship super fast. You'll get them quick. And I think They have the best customer service out there. All right, let's go to my gig where I use the Evox 12s at a wedding. It's about 150 people. We're going to do a mic check. We're going to get some sound tests, all that good stuff. Let's go.
Test, test. 1, mic, 2, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, check, 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 check. Mic check. Big room, 1, 2, all the way to back of the room. Table 14, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Table 20. Table 19, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Table 18. Check, 1, 2. Head table. Check, check, check. Hey, hey, 1, 2. Check.
All right, here we go. Mike, how far am I? How far do you think I am? From you? 20 yards. 20 yards? What am I gonna do with that? Give me feet, baby, feet. 30 feet? 20 feet? This guy's crazy. Let's count. He thinks I'm 20 feet. I gotta be 40. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, motherfucker!
That's about 20 yards. I'm thinking 2 first downs.
2 first. Yeah, that works.
In this day and age, with everything moving so fast, it's easy to get caught up in work, our phones, and everything else in between.
Take a drink, everybody, and throw your hands together for all our speakers tonight.
One thing I noticed as I was walking around the dance floor, I kept checking the back of the sub. Like, am I in the red? Because I'm just a little like used to being blinky red all night with the Maui 20H, and not one time. Not one time did I see that red light. And damn, we played loud. We played loud that night. And I noticed specifically, I was waiting for like the bass drops on some of the songs I play, and I could feel it. I set the speakers a little bit behind me. I could feel the sub. I could hear the music. It was just so loud and clear and crystal clear. I was so impressed. Okay, I'll just say that. And for the first time, I felt like, okay, I don't have to worry about this. It's done. I turn them on and it's handled. It's not a problem anymore. I can be as loud as I want. Now, remember that bold statement I said I was going to make at the beginning of the video, at the end of the video? Here it is. Ready? I feel like after all these years, I've been taking toys. This is the first time I really felt like I had a legit PA that could handle the crowd, the venue, the space, the vibe I want, the clarity I want, the sound I want. I feel like I finally got it. So these are going to be my main PA. That's the statement. This is it. I have landed on the Evox 12s until the next thing comes out. But as of right now, it is the Evox 12 that will be my speaker. Now, I know that some of you are sitting like, Aaron, for God's sakes, just get yourself a point source PA. Never. I'll never get a point source, and I'll tell you why. I love columns too much. I love the way they look. I love the ease of the setup. I like how they sound. I like that there's less cables and power and all that management. They pack up easy. They look great. There's no tripods. Never. I shan't ever be point source guy. Plus the dispersion. Okay. Can't give up the dispersion that you get from these speakers that, Typical columns will shoot 120. Now these ones only go 90. So honestly, I feel like out of all the columns I've ever had, these are the closest I've ever been to a point source speaker. Now the 12s don't have all the bells and whistles that we're used to now. Anytime a new speaker comes out, we sort of have expectations, right? Bluetooth, built-in mixer, cardioid mode, all that stuff. Nothing. It's got none of it. It's a plug it in, turn it on. It's like a 1967 Mustang, baby. You pop the hood, nothing in there but an engine, just cranking, just getting the job done. That's how I feel like this speaker is. And, if you have the other tools like an external mixer, I've never used cardioid mode before. Bluetooth with my columns, I've maybe used one time. So, it is nice to have all that extra stuff. And maybe eventually if RCF updates it, they'll do that. But I wonder if the reason why the sub is so light and why it just kind of like works is because there's not a whole bunch of other things in it to interfere with that or to cause problems. Now, that being said, I've said all good things. There was one major glaring problem with the Evox 12, and that was when it got delivered to me. So it wasn't about how it was as a speaker. I pulled this thing out of the box, and the wood was all chipped on the sub. There's about 3 spots on one and 3 spots on the other, 2 on the top and 1 in the back. So it looked like it got chipped either in the process of it being moved or in the delivery truck or whatever. But I think the problem is they don't put foam in there. Now, I know that they're being all green. Okay. Put some foam back in the boxes. I've never had anything delivered to me so beat up that if I didn't have them sent, if they would be being returned. There is a solution to that. I bought some of this paint that's supposed to be used for the flatbed of a truck. I saw another guy talk about this, and after applying it, you'll see that, all the nicks got fixed, but I wasn't too happy about that. So RCF, my advice to you, as green as we want to be, right? You got to put foam back in the boxes. You got to protect this product. I know I'm not the first one that's had to deal with this. You can get the black version. They do have a white version as well. And they also have bags that are nice. None of that's included, by the way. It's going to be an extra. It's going to set you back. The bags ain't cheap. I got mine at KOP DJ. And actually, that was the cheapest ones I could find. But they're nice. The sub has a slip cover. It has a slot. Has lots of Velcro openings for the handles, which I love the fact it's got a handle on the top. That's what you need. You've got a top handle. And it's got a place where you can open the Velcro and have access to the handle so that you can use the wheels. The top bag fits in perfectly, and it also has a side pocket where you can put the pole in there and your cable. What do you guys think? Are you sold on them? Are these old timers still carrying their weight? I think yes. Just like some of you out there, some of you old ass DJs out there, he's still getting the job done. Same with the Evox 12s. Only 10 years old. Still getting the job done. Let me know in the comments what you think. If this is your first time at the channel, welcome. It's like this, okay? Hit that like button if you had a good time, and then stick around because the next video, and it will be placed here when it's done, is going to be the RCF Evox 12 versus the Maui 44 G2. I'll see you there.